imperfect as we are, we all make mistakes eventually. It's inevitable. We're going to screw up. And sometimes those screw ups, while we would like them not to be, are big. And so what do you do when you have a really big screw up? So when you have a big screw up, there are two things you want to think about. First is, how do I do damage control? How do I fix this? And second, how do I rebuild my brand, other people's perception of me? Because just because you fix the mistake doesn't mean the damage is done. You've got a period of time where you have to recover from that. So let's talk about the first one. When you have a mistake and you have to fix it, when you go to whoever it is that's been affected, you want to spend time not only talking about the mistake, acknowledging it happened, but be prepared to have a solution, an action plan, or some approach you're going to take so it never happens again. What they don't want to hear you talk about is all the excuses on why it happened. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear, what are you going to do about it so it'll never happen again? That's how you handle a mistake. That's how you have that conversation. Now, the second part of this is, how do you maintain or manage your brand? Because when we have those really bad mistakes, it sits back in people's minds and they start to say, well, now I don't know if I can trust her anymore. I don't know if I can trust him anymore. Rebuilding your brand can take up to 2 years. That's the bad news. Up to 2 full years. So rebuilding it can be a long process, but we just have to start by making sure that every time we touch things, we're not making mistakes. We've got to build that credibility back slowly. And it's okay every once in a while to check in with your boss or whoever else might have been affected and say, hey, I just want to make sure that while I had that issue happen several years ago or several months ago, that's still not affecting your perception of me today. And worst case scenario, if you're still not sure, have maybe an external third party just interview people and check in and say, hey, what do you think about this person? What's your opinion? That can be another way to get honest feedback. But making sure you have the conversation the right way and then managing your brand are the 2 steps to recovering from those mistakes, which again, we all make them. It's okay.